Late video on Payback. I apologize for that. I obviously intended to upload it yesterday because, well, that's how I usually do things. I didn't watch the beginning of the show. That's the big problem. I woke up late. Then there was All Out. So if I tire myself for this video, I couldn't watch All Out. And in turn, I couldn't make a video on All Out. It's complicated. I didn't really want to not post this because I hate when I don't post pay-per-view reviews. Every once in a while that happens. So I decided to make it. But right now, let's get into it. Alright, the first match on the show was between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch in a steel cage match. Now, this feud has been It's been a bit disappointing. I thought it started off good. I thought they put in effort, but as time went on, it just hasn't been interesting. I think it's unfortunate because somebody like Trish Stratus comes in, you expect a big story, this and that, but it just didn't deliver. That's the problem. That said, this match is the entire opposite. This steel cage match was off the charts. Becky Lynch comes in clutch. Trish Stratus' last match, I'm assuming, shows up when it matters most. And that's what I like. I like when a feud ends on a high. Great opener. They put in the effort. They stole the show. They really turned it around. Everyone was saying, oh, this feud sucks, this and that, but they put on a memorable steel cage match. It's hard to put on a memorable steel cage match, but these two women did just that, and Becky Lynch in the end emerged victorious. Zoe Stark turned on Trish. She got a bump on her head. Things look bad for her in storyline, but I'm sure she's very excited about her performance here. Other than that, looks like Becky's going to go in a feud with Tiffany Stratton in NXT. It'll be cool for the champion herself, but we'll see. Great match, though. Alright, the next match was between The Miz and LA Knight. I don't think it should come as a surprise that this feud is hitting hard. What helps its case is that both men share a lot of similarities and best of all, have the ability to speak. So their promos have been a standout on Raw. It also forces LA Knight to test himself at a much higher level. The Miz hadn't been doing much recently and it was easy for him to turn it up. We hadn't seen this much intensity from him in years. Right before the match, John Cena had a promo with The Miz. Miz was making fun of him. It was very entertaining stuff. That said, I knew how this match would go. It wasn't expected to be some superb match, but what really helped it more was John Cena being the special referee. The match was pretty average. Cena's interactions elevated it a bit and added more drama. Oh, will John Cena attack LA Knight? He was very tight on the officiating and almost hostile with the wrestlers. There were some moments that were explosive with LA Knight, but the match ended the way it should have, with LA Knight victorious and even got an endorsement from John Cena after the match. Why did he take off his shirt for this moment? I don't know, but it was a nice moment. Average stuff. The best part about the program has been promos. Miz showed that he's still more than capable of turning it up like it's 2016, and LA Knight succeeds in this first test. Okay, the next match is the United States Championship. Rey Mysterio defended the gold against Austin Theory. Austin Theory's booking has taken a turn. Ever since becoming the US champion, his stories didn't hit the same and suffered from being dull and forgettable. His greatest victory against John Cena was absolutely irrelevant after a week. The title reign has been so forgettable and disappointing that WWE finally realized we have a problem with Austin Theory. The match itself was solid, but it doesn't stand out much. It feels like a match you'd see on SmackDown, so when thinking about it now, there's not much that stands out about it. I thought Santos Escobar would cost Rey the match or even turn on him, but I guess they're saving that for later. Austin Theory once again has a goofy sponsor on his match, but as I said, nothing about this match stands out. It's inoffensive. Rey retained the title. I thought a heel turn was coming. It almost made too much sense. But as for Austin Theory, they had to look into him and give him direction. He hasn't showed much of the comedy side he did in NXT. I think that would help a lot. Okay, the next match is a Steel City Street Fight for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defended the gold against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. This match was paced so well. They made you forget about those problems between the two. They were working together. They were fully focused on the common goal of being champions. There wasn't that one moment where it picks up like that. It was a gradual change. The action really increased tenfold as time went on. Kevin Owens was probably the star of the match. He was bleeding, jumping all over the place, hitting a swanton bomb, and the spot where Zayn and KO respawned was so well done. The crowd loved it, and it came as a great tribute and respect to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Then the overbooked chaos kicked in. Rhea Ripley, Dominic. They were doing everything they could to score the victory. Rhea even dropped KO through the barricade. Then to top it all off, Dominic made the save in the most important moment, and this led to the Judgment Day scoring the victory. Superb match. I knew they weren't going to top this one. The Judgment Day story is going well. They do have a problem on Raw with the group is a bit oversaturated, and they should fix that. But nonetheless, it's still one of the deepest stories WWE has, so I'm interested in seeing how Damian Priest goes about things in light of his relationship with Balor being fixed. Grayson Waller brought Cody Rhodes onto his show for a big announcement. What was it? Jey Uso's on Raw. It was kind of random, but it was funny how Grayson pointed out Jey disappeared for only 2 weeks, which is true. But about the decision, I like it. Jay's high-key one of the most exciting wrestlers on the roster, and being away from the bloodline allows him to develop more. He always showed that he has the willpower and mentality to stand out on his own. Plus, he can interact with Sami Zayn. He dropped Grayson Waller with a super kick here, and I think he's gonna do well on Raw. He's already got the crowd's attention, did well with the whole main event Jey Uso thing, and after that segment with Sami Zayn earlier on Raw, looks like things are going well for him. The next match is the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley defended the title against Raquel Rodriguez. I think it's strange that this match didn't make the SummerSlam card, but they had all the time here. Rhea was dressed like China, that 1999 look, and Raquel was coming to this one with a bit of a weakness, the leg. And the champion took advantage. It wasn't bad. The crowd just didn't care as much as the two women did. It was nice, it was decent enough, but little time they cut off would have been even better. Rhea retained the title in a hard-fought battle, which again, half the time it would have been jam-packed and more satisfying. Where does she go from here on? I'm not sure. Maybe Trish Stratus feuds with her, we'll see. And the main event, Seth Rollins defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. The rebirth of Nakamura is in full effect. Heading into this match, I thought he had a great chance. Why? Because Rollins has an actual injury. He's been working with a back injury, and it makes sense for him to lose here, especially because the story is about Nakamura taking him out. Right before the match, they played this amazing graphic about Nakamura and his intentions, and it was one of the best things WWE did this entire year. The match was fresh because for the first time in a while, it wasn't a bloodline story. It reminded me of those main events from the brand split era where there wasn't some huge story. It was simply a world title match. They had all the time, and it was a comeback performance for Nakamura. I really liked this match and wish to see more of this coming from him in the future. Rollins was isolated and destroyed, and he had to pull a curb stomp from out of nowhere to win the match. It felt like he got lucky because of how much control the challenger had over the match. Nakamura even attacked him after the show, but it didn't air, which was strange. They followed up on this on Raw earlier, of course, with Rollins and Nakamura brawling, so I'm certain we're going to see some sort of stipulation match where possibly Shinsuke Nakamura could win, and we'll see though. That's Payback 2023, good event. I wasn't interested in the show, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I wasn't really interested in it. It was like, whatever, let's just watch it. Turned out to be a surprise. That's what happens when you keep your expectations in check. When you have low expectations, these guys over-deliver. They always do this. But when it's WrestleMania, it's the opposite. Good pay-per-view. It was fun. Even the weakest matches weren't bad. Like Austin Theory and Ray, it was just average. Match of the night was the Steel City Street Fight. The Judgment Day are on fire. They're doing so damn well right now. And this match, I'm sure it's going to be considered as one of the best matches of 2023 for WWE. So yeah. Alright, what you guys think of Payback? Please comment down below. And that's it for this video. Make sure you hit the stomp on the like button and perhaps the king shots on the subscribe button. Peace. I'm out.